Good morning, it's Haussmann here again, and Moon Knight episode 3 is out. I just watched it. It is crazy early in the morning, and I'm recording this before work, so here we go. The episode I had a lot of fun with. Again, some could see this one as more of a filler, but I don't really think so. I think every episode has exactly what it needs to have. I wouldn't say it was filler at all, actually, so I don't know why I said that, but I did. Because nothing big happened, but so much happened. Right off the bat, I thought it was really good to see the other side of it. We got Mark Spector now blacking out and not knowing where he went, and you think Stephen Grant took over because he's like, oh, I ran away. But then there's that part where he comes to again, and he's got a knife in a guy's chest, and Stephen's like, I swear that wasn't me, mate. So I think that's a huge hint towards Jake Lockley being the third identity. Jake Lockley confirmed as far as I'm concerned, but we'll wait and see. Maybe it was Khonshu himself took over, but I don't think so. I think that's Jake Lockley, who more recently in the comics has become like the more violent persona that he uses. Jake Lockley, absolutely 100% confirmed, except for not really, so I guess 75%? I'm going with a solid 90. Jake Lockley, absolutely, in my opinion, confirmed. Rambling, that's what you're here for. There's so much other neat stuff happened, like the summoning of the gods, the Ennead. To my knowledge, I guess there have been other avatars, like there was the whole Sun King thing with Ra, but I don't know for sure in the comics if there is this whole all the gods have their own avatars and things like that. I haven't read all the comics, so I'm working on it. And then when Harrow was talking to Marlene, not Marlene, it's Layla, although, I mean, he pretty much all but confirmed it is Marlene, which makes me wonder why they wouldn't just use Marlene. I'm not sure. But Layla, her father was killed. He was an archaeologist. Things like that. So, I guess, somewhat spoiler alert for my own opinion going forward on what's probably going to happen. In the comics, Mark was working with Bushmen and other mercenaries who were responsible for Marlene's father's death. He tried to stop it, actually, and that's what led to him being killed and becoming Moon Knight. But I think they might swerve a bit in this one. I think straight up Mark Spector is the one that killed Marlene's father, and I think that probably also led to him becoming Moon Knight, maybe. So that's what I think going forward. Two things I'm going to say. Jake Lockley, 100% confirmed. Mark Spector killed Marlene's father is a good 75%. Why am I dealing in statistics? I'm not a statistician. But I believe it's going to be revealed that he was part of what was responsible for Layla's father being killed, not Marlene. Once again, not sure why they would just do all this for Layla and not just use Marlene. Marlene in the comics was Mark Spector's Moon Knight's girlfriend. She's blonde instead of brunette, but I mean, just change her hair color. That's fine by me. There's some really cool fight scenes. Once again, the Moon Knight costume still isn't growing on me. I still don't like the Moon Knight costume. But when he jumped off the pyramid and made the crescent moon cape behind him, that iconic look from the comics, oh my god, I absolutely loved that. Like, you know, you get a song stuck in your head or you get a picture for the background of your phone. If like a moving image could be one of those things, if I could have a moving image stuck in my head, it would absolutely be Moon Knight jumping off of that pyramid. That was so amazing. I loved that. But once again, still not sold on the costume. We got to see it a lot more up close. I just didn't like it. And I also did not like the fact that Mark Spector, while in his Moon Knight costume, is bulletproof. That's bullcocky to me. I don't like it. I didn't like in the new Batman movie where Batman was essentially bulletproof. I want my heroes to not be bulletproof. Part of the reason I didn't enjoy the Luke Cage TV show on Netflix, now on Disney Plus, was because Luke Cage is bulletproof. Like, he is walking through these fights getting shot a whole bunch and he's like bored. He's like, oh, I'm bored. This is not really bothering me. I'm getting shot a bunch. And if the hero's bored, why am I supposed to be interested? And I'm not saying Moon Knight is bored. I just don't like Moon Knight being bulletproof. I think it'd be better if he tried to not, be Wolverine. And he's very much Wolverine. We saw him take a bunch of sticks through him, which was a great moment, by the way. Steven's in his Mr. Knight costume, which I still love, and he gets all these sticks and he's like, oh god, oh, no, never mind, Mark, take over. And Mark comes back and kicks everybody's ass. But I just thought that was a bit much. Moon Knight is just a guy. Sometimes he's got heightened powers and stuff like that, but he's not Wolverine. So that kind of bugged me. And then they're making him more powerful to line up in the MCU, which they mentioned Madripoor, so that was pretty cool. Another thing about the wider MCU, I just recently learned Oscar Isaac hasn't signed a huge deal. Usually with these guys, they sign him to a 10-picture deal or 5 movies or this or that. Oscar Isaac has 6 episodes of Moon Knight, and then that's it. He's obviously open to do more, but he's not contracted to. He's not legally obligated to, which makes me now wonder if anything from the MCU is going to show up in this at all. Is there going to be, there's little connections, like I said, they mentioned Madripoor, but I once thought Black Knight might show up, although I thought it was going to be all in England, but now they're in Egypt and they're having this globe-trotting Indiana Jones-esque adventure, and I'm loving it. But yeah, I don't know that the greater MCU is going to be brought in because they don't necessarily have a certain future with Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. And maybe, once again, maybe they subvert expectations. Maybe they subvert expectations. It's very early in the morning and just kill him by the end. I hope they don't. But also, talking about just the wider MCU, the skies shifted by the end of this episode. The stars were spinning back. You tell me across the world in New York, Hulk isn't yeah, I should look into that. or something along those lines, like the Avengers or Doctor Strange at least should be like, that should be something I should look into, although he might have his hands full with other wacky business at this time. So then Khonshu gets encased into stone. I guess. Encased into stone? I thought that was going to be a fun little opportunity, the little statue they were making. I thought was going to be the comic stone depiction of Khonshu. It wasn't. Doesn't bother me. I just thought, oh, a little opportunity for a nod to the comics missed there. And then here's what I'm hoping to see going forward. I'm loving that Mr. Knight costume. So Khonshu's locked away. Moon Knight now doesn't have access to his suit and all his powers. So I'm really hoping we see is at least something. Like, I hope Mark Spector wants to conceal his identity somehow. I don't know why. He's not really concerned with that. But I hope, like, he at least puts on a white cloak and maybe a white mask. I hope we get the more comic accurate costume, even though it's maybe going to be, like, just scrapped together. But I think that will be really cool. And I'm still hoping George Clooney shows up at Frenchie. I thought maybe the woman making passports at the beginning was going to be Frenchie in some way, shape, or form, but I don't believe she was at all, so that's good. Arthur Harrow's not well. Stephen Grant, Mark Spector, really not well. Like, you can really see the mental stuff going on. This episode, I really enjoyed it. Moon Knight is powerless. Khonshu is locked away. Amit's coming. We are going to see a giant crocodile fight with a CGI crocodile and Moon Knight and the Hulk? No, probably not. I don't know. But, like, there's going to be a big spectacle. This show is going off the rails in directions I didn't expections. It's early in the morning. Anyway, absolutely I'm here for it. I'm Haussmann Comics. I've got a bunch of other videos if you would like to check those out. A lot about Moon Knight, a bunch about Marvel, some DC stuff. I don't know. Like this video if you like it, please. Subscribe. I really would love it if people subscribed. I had a huge influx of subscriptions recently from a short, but I would like to get more from my videos that I put more effort into. Not that I put a lot of effort into this one. I just kind of ramble and then do a quick edit because I gotta go to work. But I want you guys to know what I think about Moon Knight, even though it's ramblings. Moon Knight madness. What were they saying? I'm Haussmann. Have a great week and enjoy Moon Knight. But you've already seen it because you shouldn't have watched this until you've watched that. So spoiler alert, retroactively. Huh?